In Taiwan, you can find braised pork rice lu rou fan everywhere you go, especially during those late-night hunger pangs. A bowl of fragrant, rich, and non-greasy braised pork rice can instantly comfort your soul, making the night feel warm and fulfilling. Deep within the second market of Taikang's old street lies a small shop with an 80-year history, dedicated to making authentic braised pork rice. Early in the morning, the owner has already begun preparations for a new day. He skillfully handles fresh pork hocks, meticulously cutting them for customers who prefer lean meat. The neatly cut, skin-on meat pieces are supplied in limited quantities each day, making it a rare delicacy. The pork belly is carefully trimmed to remove excess fat while retaining its smooth texture. The pork belly and hock are then blanched in boiling water. This step not only effectively removes residual blood and impurities, but also tightens the meat, making it rich but not greasy and leaving a memorable aftertaste. Meanwhile, the staff begins preparing the sole ingredient of the braised pork rice. Chopped scallions are sautéed in hot oil until fragrant, followed by dried shrimp and shrimp shells, which are added first to infuse their flavor. Then, chopped shallots are slowly fried until golden, releasing a rich onion aroma that fills the entire kitchen. This crispy scallion oil is an irreplaceable finishing touch for the braised pork rice, much like the spicy oil in Lanzhou beef noodles, enhancing flavor and giving the dish its soul. Once the water is boiling, the owner quickly plunges the pork hock into the pot, blanching it until it's half-cooked, and then transferring it to cold water for cooling and washing. This process of alternating hot and cold not only tightens the pork skin, but also greatly enhances the meat's flavor. Among the parts of the hock, the round connective tissue area is particularly precious, with only 1 to 2 slices available from each hock. This lean meat becomes the most sought-after delicacy in the dish. Other meat pieces are also carefully handled to ensure each piece includes just the right amount of lean meat and fat. The owner meticulously arranges each piece of meat, using bamboo skewers to secure them to ensure they remain intact during the long braising process. The smaller cuts of meat are used to make another dish. The pork belly for the braised meat rice undergoes the same treatment, appearing more plump and enticing after blanching and washing. After cutting the meat into uniform small pieces, the owner shares that in Taikang, dishes made with whole pieces of meat are called braised pork rice, while those made with minced meat are referred to as meat sauce rice. In Taipei, however, it's the opposite. Whole pieces are called controlled meat rice, while minced meat is called braised pork rice. While chatting with customers, the pork belly is cut into evenly sized cubes and skewered to maintain its form. Next comes the crucial step of braising. The owner layers fresh scallion leaves at the bottom of the braising pot, followed by a layer of the crispy scallion oil, and then stacks the pre-skewered meat pieces. This alternating layering of scallion leaves and crispy oil continues until the pot is full. This layered arrangement ensures that every piece of meat absorbs the flavors evenly, allowing for deeper penetration of taste. One of the distinctive features of braised meat is its perfect pairing with rice. To enhance this pairing, the owner adds yellow rock sugar for a touch of sweetness to the meat. Next, he pours in a whole bottle of white rice wine to enhance the flavor and cut the grease. After that, he mixes the cooked meat broth with a secret blend of spices and pours it into the braising pot, where it begins a slow simmer for 6 hours. This process is not only for the braised meat, but also works well for dishes like braised tofu, braised eggs, and braised stinky tofu, all of which are popular with customers. Simultaneously, the preparation of meat sauce is also underway. The owner adds the chopped fatty bits to the heated oil that has already been used to fry the shallots, gently sauteing them to release the rich aroma of pork fat. Then he adds minced pork, using low heat to stir fry, allowing the meat to gently sway in the oil and completely absorb the enticing aroma of the shallots. He then pours in a whole bottle of rice wine to remove any gamey taste from the meat. Next, he adds 3 tablespoons of pepper to enhance the aroma, mixes in various seasonings, and then adds a large amount of soy sauce. This not only gives the meat sauce a golden, enticing color, but also significantly enhances its flavor. Finally, he adds 3 tablespoons of yellow rock sugar that allows it to simmer slowly over low heat, stirring constantly. He then adds a large bowl of fragrant crispy shallots back into the pot, allowing the tiny bits to burst open within the meat, releasing an overwhelming aroma that takes you by surprise. At the same time, the smell from the large pieces of braised meat is utterly irresistible. The owner gently shakes the pot to ensure that every layer of meat absorbs the braising liquid evenly. He also categorizes the different cuts of meat, such as connective tissue meat, pork belly, and pure lean meat. placing them in separate bowls before generously pouring the flavorful braising sauce over them in preparation for slow cooking. For those who enjoy spicy flavors, the shop also prepares a special house-made chili sauce. The making of this sauce begins by sauteing onions in hot oil, then adding a whole bag of fresh chopped chili peppers to release their spicy fragrance. After that, scallion oil and the shop's unique herb powder are added, instantly filling the air with a refreshing herbal aroma. All the seasonings are evenly mixed and simmered over low heat to ensure the flavors fully meld together. As evening approaches, other stalls in the market begin to close up, but this little shop remains lively and bustling. The stir-fried side dishes are neatly arranged at the front, while freshly steamed white rice is perfectly scooped out of the pot, each grain separated and emanating a fluffy aroma. The staff members diligently pack takeout boxes for customers, carefully selecting each piece of well-balanced braised meat to ensure each box is tempting. Whether it's fatty or lean braised meat, paired with several thoughtfully prepared side dishes, it makes an ideal choice for a late-night snack. Here, a bowl of braised pork rice costs 17 new Taiwan dollars. The braised pork belly is tender and flavorful, with a rich sauce. A gentle bite melts the fat in your mouth, while the lean meat retains its delicate texture, not dry or tough. The minced meat rice is also priced at 17 new Taiwan dollars, with a springy texture and sufficient gelatinous quality, delivering a unique sticky mouthfeel that keeps you wanting more. Meanwhile, the meat sauce rice is priced at 45 new Taiwan dollars, with a crispy exterior and tender interior, perfectly wrapped in sweetness and saltiness. The combination of meat juice, braising sauce, and white rice is exceptionally harmonious, prompting you to take bite after bite, unable to stop eating.